Welcome back, trainers. So this Halloween event is very nice. There is so many shiny chances of Pokemon in the wild that you can encounter. And not only that, but we have Giratina, pretty cool raid boss. It looks amazing. As far as damage output and performance wise, it's okay. We're going to be taking a look at one of them going up against a Blissey and a Chansey. They're not very high CP. Granted, mine is a 2400 CP. The Giratina is the first one I caught with that glitchy CP. And also some gameplay of Spiritomb. And at the very end, we're going to look at a Sharpedo raid with Infernape going in there, and then Staraptor finishing up the raid. It does get defeated, and Luxray comes in for a second, but I took my hands off the screen, and it did literally nothing. So let's go ahead and check out the performance of Spiritomb. But first, let's go ahead and see all of the current raids that we have in Pokemon Go right now for this Halloween event. Okay, so for Tier 4s, we have a Alolan Marowak, Togetic, Houndoom, Tyranitar. Now, Togetic is going to be new to Tier 4 raids in general, right? And it should be pretty fun. I haven't done it myself. I want to duo that with somebody. I just need to find somebody to give that a shot with and see if we can do that. It's going to be weak to Steel and Poison, and it's also going to have a Gen 4 evolution going into Togekiss. So make sure you do a few of those. They should be pretty nice. It's pretty cool that they put those there. Now, for the Tier 3s, we have Machamp, Gengar, Gramble, and Sharpedo. Now, I definitely want to find a Gengar so I can try my maxed out Spiritomb, seeing that Spiritomb is not going to be weak to Ghost itself, being Ghost type, only Fairy. So that should be fun. Can't wait till I try one of those. And then Sharpedo, we're going to be looking at one of those at the end. For the Tier 2s, we have Misdreavus, Sneasel, Kirlia, and Sableye. Sableye, in fact, can be a shiny. And obviously, going back up, Absol can as well. So the Sableye raid, yeah, that is pretty fun. We're going to be looking at a Spiritomb going up against it right now, and then a Giratina right behind it just for kicks. So both of Sableye and Spiritomb are the same type, Dark and Ghost, both only weak to Fairy. I'm not going to be doing super effective damage or anything. I just wanted to see what it would look like just for the heck of it. And for the final Tier 2, you have Mawile, which in fact can be shiny. Now for the Tier 1 raids, you have Shuppet, Duskull, Snorunt, and Shinx, all of which can be shiny, which is pretty crazy. So make sure you get some of those if you haven't found your shiny yet. The Shinx is the one that most people are going after. If you want to try your hand at the Snorunt to see if you can get a female, you're going to need that for Gen 4 as well, because there is going to be an evolution. It's going to be going into a Ghost and Ice type. It's not going to be the best Pokemon, but it's still interesting. You may want to have a few female Snowrunts on hand for whenever that comes out. Now, one of the nice things about Spiritomb is if you do have one powered up and drop it in a gym, it is going to be a decent gym defender. It's not going to be the best or anything. Also, its CP is somewhat low, so the decay is not going to go down as quick. Therefore, you're going to be lasting longer in that gym. So that's another thing to think about. People might not know what they're weak against as well. They're probably just confused as to what type it is. Kind of like Sableye, because, well, it is the same type as it, both only weak to Fairy. So it might be an interesting thing to use in PvP like I discussed in my last video. Hopefully it has some potential there, because you know, the only thing I could see it doing a lot of damage to right now at this point as far as raids go at Tier 3 is going to be Gengar, which actually should be pretty interesting to see how well it performs. So I'll try to see if I can find one of those for you guys and bring you that video later. Other news, the shiny Cyndaquil family is added to the network, and we have the images here. This was no surprise. We knew this was coming. And it's probably going to learn Blast Burn, to be honest with you. So we'll just have to see. Unless it learns Eruption, which would be pretty cool. But I don't see that happening. Unless Niantic likes to switch it up. So that should be pretty interesting. Charizard's still going to outperform it, because this Pokemon, Typhlosion, cannot learn Fire Spin. And about powering up a Giratina. Now, I'm just going to have to wait till I find a really good IV, like 100. Or possibly get one through trading that's going to become lucky, because I don't really see myself powering it up immediately quite yet, because like I said, I want to get the best that I can get out of this thing, considering the DPS is extremely low. Now, the reason why I went for Spiritomb so quickly was because you're only going to get one of them, and I figure, well, might as well just power this up now and test it out, because it is an awesome looking Pokemon. No, it's not going to be the most useful around, but it's still going to just be fun to have powered up and drop in a gym for people to battle. And here we go with the Giratina up against the Sableye. And then after this, like I said, we're going to take a look at it going up against those Pokemon in a gym to see how well it performs. I will be getting around to it eventually, but I just need to stockpile my rare candies back up and get my Stardust past 9 million once again, because it dipped a little bit below into 8 million. And that's okay, because this is what I was waiting for, right guys? I told you I was waiting for Gen 4 so I can literally max out these Pokemon and show you what it's all about. Now I'm not going to max all of them out, because that, I mean, it's not going to be foolish or anything, but you got to pick and choose your battles. Staraptor and all the Gen 4 starters were kind of a must. Staraptor is really special to me, so I just said I'm going to go for it. Considering it has a fairly good attack and high CP, it's actually going to be somewhat useful to me, especially with close combat and wing attack. Alright, so we took out that Sableye. Did you see the Spiritomb? I was literally trying to do it with one. I thought I was going to be able to. I got Shadow hit, and I was losing a little bit more health quicker than the Sableye was, so I didn't back out to try again. I just said I'm just going to go through with the whole thing, because I don't think I'm going to be able to beat it with just one. Right, so we are over here on Cerebi.net. Let's go ahead and just take a look at some news here regarding Meltan. And here is the November Community Day. That is going to be coming November 10th, so mark your calendars and get ready for Shiny Cyndaquil with possibly Blast Burn. And if we're lucky, Eruption. So there it is, Melmetal. That is what Meltan is going to be evolving into. Now there's a little catch. Remember, we're discussing this. And yes, you're going to be able to get Meltan without actually purchasing the Switch. You're going to get one. You're going to hit that breakthrough, and then that's it. But here is the simple catch, if you want to see. But check it out. Here's a little animation of it. Yeah, very neat. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, here we go. Look at that. And what do we see here? That's going to require 400 candies. So I don't know if you're going to get the 400 candies from getting one Meltan through your breakthrough. No, ain't going to happen. So what else we were discussing is you're going to need to have a Switch or somebody who has one and continuously transfer Pokemon so you can receive that box. Because every time you transfer a Pokemon into Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, you're going to get the Meltan box, which is going to kind of lure them to you. And that is going to be the best way to collect these candies, or you can transfer rare candies. But, you know, that's your choice to be made. But nonetheless, to do it the grind way, yeah, that's how you're going to have to do it. So yeah, there is a catch, and it's going to be involving the Switch. Indeed, for sure. Looks, what do I think of it? I don't know, really. I mean, it looks pretty neat now that it's evolved. I don't want to say it's really growing on me, because I'm looking at this Pokemon more of like a marketing scheme, more than anything. I wouldn't call it a scheme, it's just more marketing. But it's still neat, you know. Its hands reminds me of tires. It looks kind of like a failed transformer or something like that. I don't know, guys. Melmetal, very mythical like. All right, there's the news for that. Okay, so Giratina is in here doing some work. How did I like it? Well, it is a Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw Pokemon. We've seen that with Latios, and we've seen Dragon Breath on Kingdra, and we've even seen this combo on Dragonite if you have the Legacy. So I mean, it's okay. It can take those hits quite well, as you can see here. We're going to go up against this 19 Blissey, and mine is a 2471. I did not power that up. That was glitched in the very beginning, within like the first 45 minutes or so. I don't know if its stats are actually equivalent to what it should be at this level, but nonetheless, I just picked my best one and went in here with it. So yeah, it's doing okay. It's ahead of schedule, but there's no possible way that this thing's going to be able to take out a completely maxed out Blissey, even when I max mine out as well. It's just not putting out much damage whatsoever. It's more of a tanky Pokemon, something that you would want to drop in a gym, but you know how it goes, guys. We cannot drop legendaries in a gym, which I'm fine with that, but that makes some Pokemon, like Giratina for instance, just, I don't know if you'd really want to invest in that. Maybe after the month has passed and you grinded out a whole lot of these candies for it, and you're not going to invest any rare candies, and you have enough to just power up, say you're 98%, 100, or lucky, then I say go for it. Have fun, because it's not going to cost you that much, and if you do have a good IV one, why not power it up? It's not like you're going to throw it into the fight and it's going to be like massive damage. It'll be able to take a few hits. Other than that, it's not going to be worth it, guys. Now, I know I've powered up other things and this and that, and I said I was going to power it up, which I will, But like I said, I need to wait till I get something good because there's no way I'm going to power up an 89%. So hopefully I can get a lucky during a trade and I can get to work on Giratina and power it up and take it to the gym to see what it can do maxed out. With that said, trainers, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be bringing you some more news later and tests with Spiritomb possibly, and hopefully I can find myself a shiny Drifloon. Haven't really been on the hunt too much for those, so I need to get on it. I was just kind of like, I wouldn't say lollygagging, just kind of like going from Giratina raid and just kind of looking for other raids in between, taking out half, decayed gyms. I need to start putting out some like good stuff. I need to find full hearts. I need to find a Gengar right now and go put that Spiritomb up against it because I'm very anxious, as a matter of fact, to see how well it would perform. And then maybe follow it up with my 24 Giratina. It's not going to be doing much at all, so I don't even know if I'd want to do that. But nonetheless, we're going to be seeing what it can do, and I'll be catching you all later, trainers. Thank you for watching. Good luck out there, and hopefully you can find yourself a shiny Drifloon. Take care.